Hey, Spectrum, do you want to enhance? It's me, Spectrum here. Join the video in this video. Sorry about that. I am turning more MHA characters into dragons. This is part 4 of me turning MHA Class 1A members into dragons. I hope y'all really like this video. Now, let's get into this video. Let's go. Okay, I am back. And we're going over some more dragons today. Oh, sorry. I just had lunch. The first dragon is a rare species, but also very, caring and kind. The creature name is Sturdy Crimson Red Riot Dragon, or Sturdy Riot. These dragons are most notably known for their ability to harden their claws, wings, and on rare occasions when they're having to face off opponents well bigger than them, they can harden their entire body. Trust me, it's impressive what they can do. They have their two front claws are really huge, and their claws are more or less actually just very sharp and very hard skin of a dragon. Whereas the back claws on their feet are actual claws. This dragon is actually a more of a smaller dragon, about 40 feet long and around 50-foot wingspan. Very small for dragon standards. But these dragons are also known to both help and protect humans and other smaller creatures. They are, like I already stated, able to take out opponents well over their size limit and way bigger than them. They have been reported to take out dragons like some as strong as the Anima Whisperer dragon. That's powerful. Now, on rare occasions, they have taken out dragons like the dual-headed Icy Hot, which we'll look at it in a minute. But they are also known to protect most dragons of one species because they really care about these and they seem to have more friendship with these. They are the Explosive Paw, which is quite weird because of the fact that they are extremely aggressive. Because, like I was saying, sorry about that, some people were just going through this office. Like I was saying, the Explosive Paw are very aggressive, but for some reason, the Sturdy Riot dragons are actually relatively friendly with these dragons, and don't really care about the explosive personality and nature of the allergies. And the explosive personality and nature of the Explosive Paw, which is quite impressive. I've never had to hunt one of these, but if I ever do, I will tell y'all about it. Now, let's get to the next dragon of today. Okay, the next dragon we're looking at today is a rare species, the dual-headed Icy Hot. And that's its common name. Creature name is dual-headed half-and-half Icy Hot Winged Hydra. Like I already stated, very rare dragon and very long name. People aren't very good at coming up with names. I just call them by their most common name because it's a lot cooler and easier to say and remember. These dragons have already stated 2 heads. One head can breathe fire, and it actually has some type of like obsidian, like textured and colored helmet like thing around its head, and it has a few cracks in it that are flowing with some type of lava, but it's more or less fire. It's very weird. The other side is actually more of that of glacier blue, and it breathes ice. It's very rare for it to use its fire breath, because it's never really had to use it, because it's a little difficult to control. But when they do use their powers, it's a beautiful sight to see. Both fire and ice being used at the same time is really impressive, and for a creature like this, it's even more impressive. For the record, it has one tail, but at the end, somewhere in the midsection of the tail, it actually splits off into two. And it does fly. And another fact of it, these things are pretty stinking small. They're about the size of your average wyvern, around 30 feet. But don't let the size fool you. They're extremely powerful. One person I know that was so bonded to one nearly died like 5 times when trying to actually train it. And lucky for him, due to some facts of the soul bonding magic, he was only a little injured from the ice breath. He was actually able to make it use its, not really make, but inspire it to use its fire breath. And when I saw that, it was really beautiful and also really impressive. I will think about talking about that guy's future and more, but he's an overall good friend. They do have 4 legs, and they are sometimes used as racing dragons, but nothing real major. They are really interesting. Now, let's get to the next one. Just your friendly mid-video interruption, just saying, hey, don't forget to push the like button to push this video out there so more people can see it and enjoy it. This next one is actually a wyvern. A very, 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 very small wyvern. Only standing at around 10 feet tall with a 15 wingspan. Forgot to mention the wingspan of the other Hydra. It's around 40 feet for that one. This one, like I said, has a 15-foot wingspan. It's about 1/3 the size of the dual-headed Icy Hot. But what it makes up for what it doesn't have in height or power, it makes up for in its abilities. This wyvern is known as the Invisible Wyvern, or Invisivern. Invisiverns are wyverns that have the ability, have the ability to near go invisible, but I have tracked one just for a little fun and cataloged it. I looked at scales and realized that they're actually hyperly reflective. Now, like most wyverns, they have a poisonous stinger at the end, but they really don't use that stinger because of their ability to actually blind their opponents. I have seen it used, and man oh man, I have nearly gone blind thanks to that. Ugh. I'm still having a difficulty seeing because that was only like 5 days ago. Just go for show how long it can last. I've heard people say, yeah, these things can blind you for 5 days to a few months. And I have known people to go permanently blind from it. And trust me, what it can do with its tail is very dangerous. Like I already stated, I've never really had to hunt any of these dragons. But I have actually never had to. I've only just seen them because I know people. And I've tracked them myself. Now let's get to the last one today. Okay, this last one is a very rare species. And it's a very weird species. It doesn't look cute at all, but it is actually quite playful and quite kind, even though it looks quite vicious. This is actually a drake. It's known as the zero gravity or hovering drake, but the most common name is hovering drake. These drakes are really used in are really known to have be from very rich families, but they don't literally are fed much because of their short stature and because people think the less they eat, the faster they will be. When in reality, the less they eat, the slower they're going to be because drakes are going to need food if you want to race them. So if you train it properly and take care of it, it would actually be a really fast racing drake. Sorry. They have little fur on their front paws, but in their back are actual claws. At the bottom of each claw on the back, there's actually little touch pads. Whenever they touch it, they can either touch themselves or touch something else or an opponent or an opponent in a racing match. That person or drake will actually start floating upward, and they can actually use the ability and touch themselves. They can actually make them lighter and actually come run faster, thanks to lower friction. And not to mention, they have very powerful back legs. They can jump around 50 feet each time. They are very small, only having a length of around that size of a large horse, maybe even bigger. I actually have one, but I never really use it for racing. I actually use it for tracking and hunting. The way I got this one was actually from fighting someone that was illegally smuggling in some dragons. And as a thanks, I was given a choice between 4 different eggs, which was actually all 4 of these dragons I'm looking at. That's why I'm looking at these. I've had this drake for around 100 years. My time moves slowly. I'm over 1,000 years old. Don't really have a lot of stories because I spend a lot of my time sleeping and working on my armor. It's a really interesting life. I can live to be up to a few million years thanks to my soul bonding with multiple dragons. But back to this drake. Like I already stated, the actually 4 eggs were the Sturdy Riot, the Dual-Headed Icy Hot, Invisivern, and Hovering Drake. I realized that the Hovering Drake was a really rare dragon, so I asked that one. They offered to take it off my hands for a few $1 million. I said, no thank you, because I make enough money as it is. I don't really need the money. I just really, really enjoy taking care of rare dragon and drake breeds like this one. And that's all I got for today. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Until next time, subscribe to Adrian's Backstory or to Monster Alliance. Goodbye and peace out.